please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome to the exhibition of stupid people. The first part of this video might fall within a territory I like to call skank, okay? I'm not calling anyone a skank, it's just going to look like a theme. We'll start with Jojo Siwa for two separate reasons. One includes a discussion on a podcast, the other covering something we have previously discussed with a bedazzled bulge. To discuss this, we're going to go to an article that's on Yahoo Entertainment. The Stone Bulge, this is part of a quote, we were just giving a little space, a little gender bend, a little you can be anything you want to be. Spoken on the Tok Tua podcast. Is that the Hok Tua girl? Continuing quote with, spice it up a little. She compared her Lady Gun magazine look, which is where the bulge originates, to Harry Styles' 2020 cover, where he rocked a white lace Gucci dress and jacket. Now he got pilloried for that. Nothing remotely empowering. The guy for years at live shows was getting stick because he kept on implying he might be gay, and people were loving that. Jojo also said it's kind of like back in the day when Harry Styles wore a dress. Obviously wearing a bulge is a little different than wearing just a dress, but one thing about me is I like to be for the people that are different, for the people that don't fit in, and for the people who are just unafraid to take risks. I feel like being that person. I have to go as far as I possibly can into the risk zone. I have to explore the risk zone to see what it's like. Anyone else think she desperately wanted to say danger zone but might have gotten copyright claimed by Kenny Loggins for it? The thing here about being in that realm where people don't fit in is that those people, myself, one of them, right, minority, which means you, as an image, don't appeal to the majority. You could be argued to be someone that's trying to bridge the gap to make those who are within this not fitting in realm. However, considering your music, your style, your attitude, very positive and trivializing, gauche, trite, lacking any substance, it could also be you just tokenizing that so you can be quirky. The gender bend part made sense. I also thought you were just putting a sock there, stuffing it, as it were. Some people do that, I don't get it. Now to the second part of this, Drama Alert had tweeted out, Jojo Siwa spent $60,000 to try and get laid. Let's go to that clip.
Alright, what's the craziest date you've ever been on?
Oh my god, this is so bad, I spent like 60 grand in 1 weekend on this girl just to get laid.
Just a thing, if you are that desperate to get laid, you could spend a lot less on something that might well come with some form of documentation to prove they are free of VD, STD, the ick, ew, all that nonsense. That comes from human contact, you filthy, filthy mudbloods. Have you considered osmosis, by the way, guys? The Continuum got it right when they just touched index fingers. We can criticize Jojo for what she does with her life, her money, and all that. That's fine, we can go nuts on it. But there's more to this video. It gets funnier. Because if you're going to spend 60 grand, chances are you're expecting a result in the positive.
And it didn't work. No, you didn't know this? Yes, you did. It was right after Dancing with the Stars. You know who it was with.
What's Dancing with the Stars? It might be that I don't know what this is. Also, what's that watermark in the corner? Is this on a television show? Is it sponsored? Is Hok Tua Girl sponsored? Oh dear God, people really are propping her up.
Look,
I said I'm stupid.
after Dancing with the Stars, like,
yeah, I
after
did
like an episode or like
after the season. So it was right after me and my best friend met. I didn't realize that's what I wanted, but I literally was just horny. Like, I thought I was just trying to have a girlfriend. Nope, I was just horny.
How old are you?
Okay.
Just the thing, right? With current year JoJo, the costumes, stage presence, the faux drinking, the attempts to look outrageous and outlandish, is it me? Or is, if you remove the price tag to it, this version of JoJo that's just talking about trying to get laid because she's horny a bit more relatable than the version she wants everyone to see on the stage, right? There's Dancer JoJo, there's Pretender JoJo, and then there's just Horny JoJo, Normie JoJo as it were, right? Although I don't know many people who will spend 60,000 because 60 grand is like an annual income for the vast majority of the Muggle base, in your country anyway. I think it's 55,000, but it might be up to 60 with inflation, cost of living and all that, JoJo. Now, I just wanted to show this because it tickled me to no end. The the bulge thing and paying 60 grand to have sex and failing miserably at it. They must have been quite something. I want to segue to a TikTok account I saw. Because, you're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube Shorts if you like that kind of content. And I like the animal voice dub stuff. It's funny to me. Dusty Dubs is the best. And I then occasionally get live stream recommendations. People making a video promoting their live shows. Okay? Well, I got 2 videos in very short succession from the same account promoting the exact same thing. And this is where it ties into the whole skank theme for the moment.
Really popped out on live.
I seen it. I seen them.
It's not my fault, guys.
I seen them. They pop out every day.
How'd you like it?
Live.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Did y'all like it?
Yeah.
Yes, guys, I am live right now, and every day, for some reason, every time that you guys send me a Galaxy gift on live, they just pop out sometimes.
Yeah.
Isn't lying. I sent a Galaxy and it slipped out on live.
Yes, I seen it. I was watching in real life on the live on TikTok, and it happened.
It did.
It was like pop out with the Galaxy.
It didn't mean to happen. It just did.
Got my water in a can.
So, I mean, if you guys want to watch it slip out on live, all you have to do is join the live.
Join the live. We're live right now, and we'll probably be live for like 6 hours.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to trot out this old image. Begone Thought. It's meant to be Begone Clot Thought Repellent Spray. Yeah. But we don't say those things anymore. Yes, this person obviously has an Only Fupa Fibro failed adult film actor account. Obviously. There's no way they don't. But when they posted these videos, they were at the time live. And I took the liberty of going to see whether they were live. Because I've seen this many times and I don't care for it. But I needed the screenshots so I could blast them. Here is what they were doing. Nothing. Both times. Nothing. The level of enthusiasm in video form did not translate to the live show. I don't care if your boob falls out on TikTok lives. At this point, since the internet is mostly pornographic material in the first place, I don't think there's a version of you that exists that people haven't seen in the form of a doppelganger. Also, skank. And yes, I am going to call someone that, because this is the, oh, I'm shy and innocent type. Do one, alright? I'm going to call you out for it. Your trashy style of content is worse than the person who just sat there pretending to play video games, but actually just did a shocked expression on their face for clicks and followers and bits. It was trash. And yes, I blocked this account too because I couldn't be arsed with them. That's 2 accounts I've blocked, along with all the Minecraft fake gamers. So over the course of this week, there's been a bit of a rise in complaints against Lunchly, the product from KSI, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast. I was about to say Jake Paul, Mr. Beast, yes. Not the same person. These originated from Rosanna Pansino, who, as many of you may remember, had complaints against Mr. Beast from over a year ago because of a hide and seek where she didn't feature as much as she should have considering her placement in the end game itself. Drama Alert tweeted out a short clip titled Mr. Beast Hate Squad has assembled to try Lunchly.
I want to eat those. Oh.
The first one I opened had moldy cheese in it, but the second one didn't. So do you guys feel comfortable trying the second one?
Yeah.
I didn't know because it.
I'll take one for the team. I might prefer to try the first one, but.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to start with nachos or pizza?
Neither. Let's do.
Now, Rosanna had retweeted this by saying, imagine downplaying Mr. Beast, KSI and Logan Paul selling mold to children. Honestly, Drama Alert is peak comedy these days. They somehow have the absolute worst takes on nearly every topic. At least I know Mr. Beast most likely knows about the mold now, because Keemstar probably texted him 0.5 seconds after my video came out. Added some pictures of my first Lunchly. You don't even give video credit, shaking my head. Should I add Keem to the Three Stooges and start calling them the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse? It took me 3 attempts to get that right. The images show the mold in the cheese, which isn't a good look. We could insert the obligatory, but some cheese has molded. Don't think kids want this kind of mold, and there are issues clearly refrigeration and quality wise. Rosanna later tweeted, quote, I like my cheese moldy, bruh, because that's the obvious comment, showing these mini little pizza-looking devices, and no, that is not nice at all. The product needs to be recalled, as far as I'm concerned, for the safety of those who would otherwise have this. A few days later she tweeted, "Every day Logan Paul, KSI, MrBeast and Lunchly refuse to make a statement about mold in their food as another day their fans are potentially eating mold, 3 clown face emojis. That's because at this point, they had said nothing." Now you could be asking right now, well then what are Logan Paul, MrBeast and KSI doing? KSI is busy ripping on people who are criticising him for his downfall as a YouTuber because of the success of Thick of It. Also commenting on Logan Paul's podcast that his anger was all faked at the fans, that is, that, you know, were hating his music. No, he did it to draw up interest, which then in turn raises the question of, well then surely you're less interested in the quality of your product and more interested in the clicks you can generate. It doesn't make you a good musician or songwriter at all. It just means that you know how to play a very different game where quality control isn't applicable, which seems oddly ironic considering the issue with Lunchly at the moment. That you, since you're a part of the whole Lunchly product, should surely be balls deep invested in. We can add Logan Paul to this because he was more interested in that than he was in talking about Lunchly.
I have a song. I'd say the only thing I would have done is probably the 2 tweets that I did at Dan.
The first 2.
I think those were genuine.
Yeah.
Those were me like, this guy.
Yeah.
Don't come on my business. Da 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 da. But then, because I had a single coming out, I was like, oh my God, I can just use this as a way to market my song.
The only other place I've seen Lunchly feature is in Chef Rush's like TikToks.
Guys, lunch is ready. I need more protein.
Now some of you might think Rosanna Pansino might have a bit of a hate boner for MrBeast. Turns out Rosanna is not the only person to notice mold in the Lunchly.
Oh, look at the bottom right here.
No way! What? No, chat, there's actually mold. That's 100% mold. I'm so sorry. Oh no, do you see it right there? Do you see it? Sealed and it's molded. What is this? I'm not lying, dude. Don't open it yet, don't open it yet. That is 100% mold.
Oh, and KSI genuinely still thinks Thick of It's a good song. You're wrong, okay? You might think this will go hard on stage, but since your style of music relies on you bouncing around on a stage to drive up the energy, I don't think it goes hard in the slightest. But your sycophant fans will certainly enjoy it. You might not be able to tell because they'll be busy recording it to laugh at you on Twitter, or they won't be able to record it or do much energy-wise because their mothers will be holding their hands. The last thing I want to talk about concerns my very favourite Pokemon, certainly top 2, Typhlosion, 2nd gen, fully evolved Cyndaquil. They were trending, the Pokemon that is. As a big fan of the games, I don't care for the anime, I don't care for the movies, I don't really care for the trading cards either, to be honest. The games though, I'm quite irked by this story. It is a leak, and it was tweeted out. Here's literally a story about Typhlosion kidnapping a girl, gaslighting her, making her give birth to a half-human, half-Pokemon child. There were other things with Typhlosion trending and other leaks from hacks about new games, mechanics and art style. But this story, yeah, this story is worth looking at. So on the screen is the story itself in 4 separate pages where this is not, no, this is a story, I don't know, I can't read it on YouTube. I have to like put the writing there and let you guys read it. This is, I mean, there are questions about the procreation aspect of Pokemon, and in 2nd gen, 1st gen as well, there were eggs. Procreation, yeah, egg thing worked, you know, crossbreeding a Pokemon, you can get certain gender as well involved. It was a very interesting time to be a Pokemon player. This, though, introduces a human aspect, and this it kind of poisons the well of my fondness for Typhlosion as a Pokemon. I may have to replace them with Blaziken from 3rd gen, fully evolved Torchic for those who are curious. I would consider adding Cinderace, but it turns out they're not that strong. They look the business though, yes. If you can't tell, I'm more of a fire type guy. Do tell me what your preferred starter is down below and how your Pokemon has been sullied for you. I wanted to end with this one because it sort of falls in line with the skank thing. With the Lunchly, it's the food. With this, it's the cross and interspecies breeding leak. Oh, Jesus. I hope you've enjoyed reading that. If you haven't, you should. We all need some good quality nightmare fuel. It's written better than My Immortal. Maybe I should do a reading of it for Halloween. What do you think? Read it, upload it to Moist Ski Reads, a reading channel I have that I haven't used in quite some time. Do let me know what you think.